Hey everybody, Greg from Park Journey. Hope you're all doing all right. Today we got a brand new update for you from Universal Studios Hollywood. Our first full update in a little bit. Since probably before Horror Nights, we were obviously busy with Horror Nights and everything. I think we had a couple minor updates in between there, but we've got a full park update for you today. We've got lots of Fast and Furious for you. We've also got a look at some holiday merchandise and prep for the holidays here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Lots going on at the park right now. There's also a new project happening behind the Mummy. We'll get into that a little bit, some speculation on kind of what that is rumored to be. Obviously, we don't know for certain yet, but we'll go ahead and share what we've heard through the proverbial grapevine a little bit. But before I get into it, make sure you click below to subscribe to our channel. Very much appreciated. I also did want to mention that we are still running a giveaway for some theme park maps, which actually includes a couple of Universal Studios Hollywood's maps from 2016, which is the year that Wizarding World opened. It's for donating to the American Cancer Society. I'm running the Dopey Challenge in January at Disney World and raising money for the American Cancer Society. So I'll link to that as well in the description of this video. $5 will get you in, and you can win some awesome theme park maps. I got a whole collection of them, so make sure you check that out. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so we're going to start up here for looking at Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. As you can see, lots of work has been going on here over the last few months, obviously over the last couple year or so, really. So here's I shared this on social media today, but I wanted to share it here as well. Here's a comparison shot of what the attraction looked like in just February of this year. This was probably around early February of 2024 until it looked like today, which is November 15th of 2024. So you're talking roughly, 9 months or so, the amount of work that's been done here on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, which is amazing. Looking around the overall site, you can see some of the footers that have been poured and supports. The A-beam supports, those are typically for launches. So anywhere you see those kind of A-frame supports there, the square supports, that would typically indicate that is where one of the launch sections of the coaster actually is. And then the round ones are just your normal coaster, footers. Over in Universal Plaza, they are getting ready for Grinchmas. You can see some of the Who Village being constructed there. As the next couple weeks progress, you'll start to see the Grinchmas tree and things like that. And then we'll kind of pivot over to the station and queue for Fast and Furious. This is actually what I think is, and I know that some of our fellow online people are a little bit more familiar with the layout than me, but I believe that is the final turn back into the station after the coaster has completed its full cycle, or perhaps that is both. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that it's dual load and unload, so I'm pretty sure that that is the final turn back into the station, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, lots of work being done here. There was some talk, people were kind of surprised that this is not a 2025 coaster. This 2026, the speculation originally was 2025. When they announced it, they moved the date over to 2026. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if we start having soft opens, or what Universal, or technical rehearsals is what Universal calls them, sometime, I would say about a year from now. It would not shock me at all. Again, I don't know anything. Obviously, and also we have to factor in, shipping, all of that stuff for track and things like that before they can even get to testing. We have to have a full circuit before that even happens, and there's still a long way to go. Later on in this video, we'll kind of look down at where they're working at now with footers and supports, and there's still a lot to do. So yes, it looks like they've done a lot, but there's a long way to go with this particular coaster. Moving down towards the first section of the Starway, here is a look at the track. So this track here that you're going to see basically right underneath the bottommost track, that is what is going under the Starway, and the direction of travel would be from the right to the left. Looking at this video, if you look at the support here on the right side of the Starway, you can see there's a little arrow, and it says DOC, which is direction of travel. So basically from this side, it's going to go from the left down under the Starway, and it's going to come from above there. So it's going to be what looks to be a pretty quick dash underneath the Starway there. So you can see that direction of travel arrow there kind of pointing down, letting everybody know which direction the track is supposed to be, which is kind of cool. You know, at the end of the day, these are all just kind of big Lego sets. They've already, know how each section of track is going to behave. All they've got to do is kind of follow the blueprints. It's not easy, of course, especially with a, area just like this with the hill and everything. But it's just kind of, piecing everything together, which is kind of cool to think about. So here is the second part of that track there. It's going to move down underneath from left to right there under the Starway. And then as we kind of swing around to the other side of the Starway here, you'll see kind of where it comes out. So it would be basically left to right here on this side, moving up and around and into that inversion right there. Gonna be a pretty awesome element. And I believe that heads right back up into I believe that's the final element that kind of comes back and right up into the final brake run and the turnarounds that we saw in the beginning part of this video. So I'm pretty sure that that's kind of what the layout is here for this particular section. All right, so let's move around to the other side of the Starway here. We're going to start moving down towards the lower lot. Lots of other things going on here with Fast and Furious. So this is basically, if you see that parking structure there, that is where we were at the beginning of this video, basically sitting on top of the Frankenstein parking structure. That, if you didn't know, Super Silly Fun Land is actually on the Frankenstein, on the roof of the Frankenstein parking structure. So was Terminator. And then you see there, that's the A-frame supports that we were looking at earlier in this video as well. And then as we move back down, you'll see the road to the right here that we're about to show you. That is the Studio Tour road. So that is the existing road for the Studio Tour that is still being used today, even with construction going on here for Fast and Furious. No changes to the Studio Tour route as of now. And then you basically have the fire station and Jurassic World to the right of that road. And then just another zoomed in look here at some of the support. So, as I mentioned, there's a lot of work going on the upper side of this attraction, but you can see here there's still a lot to get done. So this is why this is why the 2026 date is pretty much still standing. You're seeing a lot of work being done, but still a long way to go. All right, so let's start heading down to the lower lot. And typically when we're going up and down the Starway, this is our chance to kind of catch up and post things to our social media from the upper lot, or heading back up from the lower lot. Not right now, because as you can see, there's a huge project going on behind the Mummy. So that building to the left, that big building, that is the Mummy. And then right next to that is the entrance or facade for the Dead Exposure Halloween Horror Nights house that they're still disassembling. And then basically this hill traverses from all the way down from the lower lot all the way up to the upper lot, and basically is where the Starway is currently sitting. Now I want to emphasize off the top, these are rumors and rumors only. We only share information when we have had it confirmed from the park, as far as saying this is 100% going to happen. But we can, rumors are rumors, and speculation is speculation. So the rumor / speculation is that this is going to be the new entrance for the Studio Tour. And this would actually be a return to what the Studio Tour entrance was previously, back in the 80s, and I believe into the early 90s, I want to say. I'd have to look at it. So this is the Studio Tour entrance was down here. They had the special effects stages down here as well, and that was actually a part of the Studio Tour. So you can see the amount of work that is being done on this hill currently. They are currently removing all of the trees and bushes. They are grading the hill. And this is not just a hill that they can just get rid of. The Starway basically sits on top of this hill, so it's not something that is going to be a short-term project. They've got to do a lot of, if they're taking out some of this hill, they've got to do a lot of support work. They've got to do, wall work, supports for the wall. Obviously, they have to factor in, if it rains, you got to factor in the mudslides, things like that as well. So that is all kind of going on right now. So it's not just a thing of them actually just taking out the hill there. You can see the Starway there that we just came down. That's where they're sitting right on the hill. So they are doing a lot of work. They were even working today. So lots going on. So if this is the new entrance for the studio tour, I think that is great. I look forward to having it back down on the lower lot. That also clears up a whole lot of space up there on the upper lot, where the studio tour currently, you currently load. This would also perhaps take the place of the service area, the service garages for the studio tour that are right there as well. So, and that would make basically even more room. You throw in, let's say, Simpsons are no longer going to be an IP used at the parks. You throw in Springfield, pretty good sized area up there on the upper lot. So, obviously the mind starts wondering what can they actually do with this area. My hope would be Dark Universe, something similar that they're building at Epic Universe. Obviously, Wicked is a Universal movie. They would love for Wicked to do well, and if it does, I would not be surprised to see Wicked in the parks at some point in the very near future. So we'll just kind of have to take a wait and see approach for this project here, and then for whatever might come out of this on the upper lot. So lots of really cool things being done here at Universal Studios. So we'll kind of see what's going on. On the other side of the Starway, there is some work going on with Jurassic World. It is under its refurbishment. I believe this is pretty yearly at this point. Maybe it's been 2 years, but they're doing a lot of work on the waterfall there. Paint work, sprucing things up, which is great to see. This is the perfect time of year for them to be redoing Jurassic World. It was low 60s at the park today. Nobody in their right mind was going to ride Jurassic World. Although later in the day when I was at Magic Mountain, I did see people riding Roaring Rapids in the rain. So maybe people would have ridden it. Moving down into Super Nintendo World, lots of holiday merchandise at the park here. We've got our Snowman Mario. We've got our Super Nintendo World Christmas sweater, the Joyful Holidays hoodie, which I actually really like. I might have to pick myself up one of these. You've got your Super Nintendo World ornaments here. You've got your Snowman Mario headbands. You've also got your different characters around, your plushies, things like that. So lots of really great holiday treats for anybody on your holiday list. Here's the back side of that sweater. It's got kind of the little ornaments and things. You've got your plushies that they have all the time here at Super Nintendo World, your figurines, things like that as well. And then over here, you've got on the left the front side of that hoodie, that Joyful Holidays hoodie. I like the pullover hoodies, so I'm happy that is that. So I'm like I said, I might have to pick myself up one of those. They've got coffee mugs and T-shirts with Snowman Mario. They've got different Christmas cards and paper ornaments, things like that, keychains. It looks like Snowman Mario ornaments, and your Christmas sweater again, larger sizes, smaller sizes. So they've got them pretty much for everybody. Get your Christmas picture in a Snowman Mario Christmas Christmas sweater. Get your family photos that way. That would have been fun. And then we've got our ornaments and everything here. The ornament set is $30, which I thought was a pretty reasonable price. And then you've got your Joyful Holidays kids shirt as well. Up here on the upper lot, we've got lots of Grinch merchandise. There seemed to be a little bit of new stuff this year. I think this Dashing Through the Nope is new this year. At least I'd have to look back from last year to see if it actually is. You've also got a lot of new Santa hats and things like that, Grinch hats, Grinchmas tree hats. Also have some new picture frames and what looks to be a kind of a Grinchmas Spirit jersey here. You've got some ornaments, some Grinchmas ornaments. I believe they do these every year, and they have different years for the Grinchmas ornaments. And you didn't catch me turning that Spirit jersey around. They always naughty on the back side of that. So I'm not a big Spirit jersey person, but I kind of dig that one. Kind of cool. I believe that's new. And then we'll move around. There's the front side of that Spirit jersey once again. We've got some Christmas mugs and the 12 days of socks. I believe that they've had that in previous years as well. You've got different hats and things like that, and shirts. And the feast mode is definitely a repeat. And then your pajamas and your onesies and things like that. You'll see people at the holiday celebrations wearing their Grinch onesies. Always fun to see families kind of come out and do that during Grinchmas. Over in the other side of the store, they've actually got a lot of Hogsmeade Christmas stuff. I don't remember seeing this in previous years. They've got shirts and sweaters and hats and pajamas and Christmas pillows and Christmas blankets. So if you're looking for some Hogsmeade Christmas stuff for your home decor, you got some bags here too. This is a good spot. They've got a lot of really good looking stuff around here. Yeah, check it all out. When next time you're at the park, they've got coffee mugs or hot butter beer mugs, if you want to call it that. A closer look at the pillow here. You've got your Hogwarts bears. You've got your pajamas, as I mentioned, as well. They've got the kid sizes, and the adult sizes are on the other rack. It's basically right behind me. You've got your Christmas tree ornaments. They do these pretty much every year. I don't know if they release new ones every year, but these are not new as far as I remember. And then here is your pajamas. And then you've got your Christmas blankets and your stockings and all that fun stuff. So yeah, a lot of really great stuff here at Universal Studios Hollywood for the holidays. They're starting to expand their offerings a little bit, which is great. As I mentioned earlier in the video, there was no holiday decor in Super Nintendo World yet, but I'm sure it'll be there soon. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will talk to you soon.